Hope y'all are having a good day. I'm chilling in the shop. We're working on some wiring today. I'm gonna get up off the couch. We are wiring fans and sensors and gauges. I'm gonna show you guys what we've been up to. Hope y'all are chilling like a couple villains. So I've kind of been hard at work in here getting some wiring done and just trying to finish up the car. Haven't really been pulling the camera out because it takes so long to make videos and edit and all that stuff. But I got kind of like this gauge harness built for some of my gauges. This obviously came with the wideband. All this stuff I kind of just put together. Obviously it's like kind of just made to be like thrown back here, so it doesn't have to be super clean. Both of these are running off of a cigarette lighter. So I just tapped into that, and because this is, I think, a 15 amp fuse. Yeah, it's a 15 amp fuse. So I figured that was a pretty good place to get power because I can easily run 2 gauges, and the boost gauge is mechanical just with a bulb. So this will easily handle, 15 amps, no problem. The gauges at most with like a bunch of them would only pull probably like, I don't even know, probably less than an amp. These are relays for the fans, and I got power wires right here. This is 10 gauge. I ran out of storage, had to switch cards. So yeah, I'm just finishing up the wiring for the fans. Pretty simple, just temp sensor that comes on at, I think 185 is what I ordered. It should come on actually a little bit hotter than that, probably like 10 or so degrees hotter, so like 195. And then I'll just split off of this and have a secondary ground basically to a switch, and then just flip the switch, relay gets a ground, fans on, so that's like my override, or this can just ground out to the sensor because the sensor will basically shut like a switch when it gets the temp, and then ground to the chassis, and boom, fans are on. So either way, have 2 ways of turning the gauges on, the fans on. Yo, shout out to my big old broke toe. No, I'm just kidding. I sprained my ankle and freaking chipped a bone on the top of my foot, so sucks. All right, enough rambling. I'm gonna finish making the rest of this and make these fans work. So hope y'all enjoy. Pretty good on the wiring. As you can see, we got relay power, 30 amp fuse. These are all my relay leads, and then I got sensor wire to the temp sensor, fan power right here going to that. I still need to put a connector on that. Separate ground off the sensor to the override switch. I still need to put the connector on that, put fan grounds, the back side of the ground to the sensor, the back side of the ground to the switch, and relay ignition. So then it'll be done after that. It came out really sick. I got everything loomed. I'm probably gonna get some of that Velcro DEI like heat wrap stuff, so I don't have to take all this out and just throw that over probably all of this stuff, just to kind of be overkill with like heat management and everything. Might need to put a little bit more loom down here. Got a nice DTP connector. We have the sensor for the fans to come on at 185, so basically there's a little probe in here, and when it gets to 185, this will basically act like a switch, ground out the harness so you can get power. Also put a override switch just a little bit above that, so you can see it just comes in through the same ground, and then all you got to do with that is just throw on a switch with a actual ground to earth, and then boom, it functions the same way as my temp sensor. So if I want to just turn the fans on manually, up in that same little gauge cluster that I made, there's a little switch, just boom, flip the fans on, you're good to go. It's pretty simple. It just took a lot of time to make all the wires and do everything right and get the right lengths and heat shrink everything and get all the loom on here and all that stuff. Pretty much all the wiring's done, which I'm very excited about. Here in a little bit, I'll throw the dash in for you guys. I got it all cut around the cage and it looks really sick. And then also, we made this really sick looking little gauge cluster holder panel thing. And this just kind of sits inside of here. And then the plastic goes on over it. And then, you know, your HVAC up here. So fan switch, water temp, wideband, boost. I'm waiting on some gear oil so we can start this thing back up. And I'm hoping with all this new vacuum lines, the intercooler piping finalized with clamps everywhere so there's no boost leaks. Yeah, mainly just no vacuum leaks and a proper sealed off engine so the thing can actually know what's going on. I think it should catch idle 10 times better now. If it does, then at that point, the motor package is done. Like all I gotta do from there, pull this downpipe back out, heat wrap it, zip tie a couple things out of the way. You got my catch can done. These lines came out really sick, so I'm happy with that. Throw my seat in, vacuum the car out, simple green it. I'm about to order body parts probably today. This thing's really close. I know I say that every video, but shit, if I had gear oil right now, I could probably have this thing driving down the driveway probably a couple hours, but you know, hopefully next video or the next one we'll have a first drive in this thing. That would be so crazy. Whilst I have y'all on here, let me know in the comments what color should we go on this thing. I pretty much have an idea of what I want to do, but I want to see what you guys think. It's going to be 40 mil Origin overs up here, KBD front and sides, no rear bumper, just with a bash bar. That's the look. A couple NRG seats in there, brown dash. Let me know in the comments what you're thinking. I want to hear it. So it's yet another video that I forgot to film an outro for. I hope you guys liked this video. Hope you enjoyed it. The fans came out freaking awesome. I'm stoked with the little switch on there and everything. These videos are filmed like kind of a little bit back from like where the car's at right now. So all I'm saying is a lot's happened on the car since when you guys saw this, and it's pretty freaking sick. If you want to stick around to see that, hit the subscribe button down below. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.